Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lillian if you're new here, and to all those who are new, welcome to the family, Dumelang, which means hello. So today I thought I'd bring story time because I have loads of stories and I wanted to share most of them with you. Today's Sunday. I've just finished church via Facebook. I don't know how you guys go to church, but I hope you did, and I hope you're having a good day. So I had a story that happened to me a couple of years ago, maybe around 10 years ago. And yeah, so I met this guy. We're gonna call him Tim because I cannot remember his name. He was a banker for Barclays. Yeah, that's all I can remember. So we were friends. We became friends for a while. Then we decided we're gonna hang out. So I was like, I'm not taking you to my place. It was a bit far from town, and his place was nearer, and I had a car, so we went. I went to visit him. We were gonna watch a movie, have lunch because it was in the middle of the day, and I think it was my day off. And no, it was a weekend, and we're gonna do lunch. We're gonna watch a movie, then I'll eventually go home. So I go there to where he lives. He had no plan of what movie to watch. He had no food in his house. So I was just like, okay, fine. Bring the ingredients. Why don't you go get ingredients and then you make lunch because you promised we were going to have lunch. And so he goes, he buys the ingredients. He comes home and then he's like, yeah, there they are. I'm like, where, what are? He's like, there are the ingredients, go cook. I'm like, I came to visit you for the first time and you want me to cook? And he was like, yeah. Okay. So I went. I did what a Kikuyu girl knows best. I put everything in one pot. I enjoyed that meal. I don't know about him. So yeah, I cooked. So then we sat down, watched a movie, and all the movies he had are not my thing. If you know me, you know I like rom-coms, something with a storyline that is boy meets girl, girl falls in love, boy falls in love, they live happily ever after. That's me. So we were watching some crazy action. I can't even remember. Then, because it's not my thing, what happened is I fell asleep because it was a boring movie. So I fell asleep. And yeah, sometimes when I think of this story, I'm just like, wow. So while I'm asleep, I felt someone on top of me. And I was shocked because I was sleeping. Somebody else was watching a movie. So what's happening here? And dude had decided that first time I'm at your house, first time we're hanging out together other than in a restaurant, and you remove all your clothes and you get on top of me. I was so disgusted, or is it disgusted? I got up, took my stuff, and left. Then, of course, I'm sorry. Now this is him calling to say he's sorry. He thought maybe I was ready for something like that or a relationship like that. And I'm like, no, that is not how you do it. First of all, we're not in a relationship. Second of all, no, you do not do that. Gosh, anyway, this was way back, yeah, in my 20s. So if you know me now, I'm sure, don't judge. That's just what happened to me. So I think I had, if I remember well, I was on leave after a couple of weeks. So we became friends again because he apologized. And from all my other stories, you all know that Lillian is the kind of girl who'll be just like, okay, he apologized, he's sorry. So yeah, I decided I'll take him to work one early morning because he used to work about 45 minutes from the town that we lived in. So I was just like, I'm on leave, I have the time, let me take him to work. It would be like a drive. So we go to this little town. I won't mention the little town, we go to this little town. He goes to work, does what he needs to do, and then now we go do lunch. And while we're doing lunch, after we finish doing lunch, time to pay, the bill comes, and I'm just like, yeah, I brought this dude all the way here. He did not fuel my car. He might as well buy lunch. So he's like, I forgot my wallet, so you're gonna have to pay for lunch. And I was like, okay, all right. So I paid for lunch. I did. And then he wanted to go see his sister. So I took him to go see his sister. The sister was nice. I didn't have an issue with her. She was nice. I wasn't his girlfriend, so it was just a friendly visit from the brother and some random girl. So we saw the sister, brought him home, and then I dropped him home, and then I went home. Now, I had met one friend of his whom I did not like. I did not like him. There was just something about that man. Till today, when I see him in town, he creeps me out. And I'll tell you why. And this is the reason why I decided I'm not going to be friends with these two. Because I was only friends with Tim, but I didn't like his friend. But most of the time when I met Tim, his friend was there. But we never hung out with Tim's friend that much. So I met Tim's friend on some random day in some random place in town. And Tim's friend comes and he's like, hey, how are you? Aren't you Tim's friend? I'm like, yeah, I am. And then he's like, yeah, it's so good you guys are together. I'm like, no, we're not together. We're just friends. We're just friends who hang out, and that's it. And he's like, oh, so you guys are just friends? I'm like, yeah, we're just friends. Nothing to it. And then it was in a restaurant setting. He was counting like bundles of money. So I said hello, and before I left, he's like, so do you want to hang out? I'm like, no, I don't. I was just saying hello. And then he's like, okay, but, because he kept on counting money, thinking that I would agree to what he was going to tell me. So he's like, no, what I mean is we could be friends, but the kind of friends who have benefits. And I'm like, okay. I looked at him. I wanted to slap the stupid out of him, but I couldn't because we were in an open place, and that is not me. I just walked away. I was so shocked. I was so annoyed. I was like, wow. So this is what you see when you see me? That's what you think about? And that is how Tim and I ended up not being friends anymore, because I realized the kind of thing that they do, the two of them, and I was not into that. I'm never gonna be into that like that. No, I refused. I said no. So Tim and I stopped being friends, and I have never seen Tim ever. I see the friend who normally just says hello, and I look at him like, do I know you? And yeah, I see the friend, but I don't see Tim anymore. So I'm guessing he was transferred, or he was transferred, because Nakuru is a very small town. At least you would have bumped into somebody somewhere somehow. And I'm not looking for him, so I guess meeting would be, unless I was looking for him or he was looking for me. Would I be friends with him? No. Would I even consider talking to him or his friend? Never. That's not the kind of thing that I am into. Please, eh? The things I did. Anyway, that was my story from about 10 years ago, 10 or so years ago. And yeah, it's just something funny that I remembered, and I thought that I would share with you guys. So yeah, thank you for listening. I hope you laughed, because that was the goal for this video, just to make you laugh. But you know what to do. Subscribe, share, leave a comment. I mean, I know I have very interesting stories that sometimes even when I think about it, I'm like, Lillian, what were you doing? Anyway, leave a comment and we can chat down in the comment section below. Thank you for listening. If you've gotten to the end of this video, Thank you. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for listening to my story. Bye.